Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. I am Princess Leah 888. I'm an intuitive artist in performance and healing arts. I channel from the highest frequencies of spirit with the intention and the hope to heal the heart of the divine masculine and the sacred feminine through conscious love. If you are new to my channel, welcome back. Welcome. If you're a returning family and friend, welcome back, beloveds. If you haven't already done so, make sure you hit that like button on your way in and out to let other fellow beloveds who might be looking for this kind of message move into their algorithm. And if you'd like to be a part of my Vibe tribe, do subscribe and hit that notification bell so you can know whenever I go live. And as a lifelong student of love, of conscious love, trying to learn on this road to conscious love, it is a never-ending, ever-unfolding journey. And that is something that we are all continuously learning to remember, that we are all learning to discover the truth about our heart, our love, ourselves, the truth about the love that we are, the truth about love. And the only way that we can discover the truth about love is to stop making assumptions. Don Miguel Ruiz made this deck from his book, The Four Agreements, which is a beautiful book. And he says, the problem with making assumptions, and I'm hearing, because I was just talking about this with my beloved the other day, when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me. And this is here says the same thing. The problem with making assumptions is that we believe they are the truth. We make an assumption, we misunderstand, we take it personally. Then we react by sending emotional poison with our word. This creates a whole big drama for nothing. Making mountains out of molehills is what I'm hearing. Making mountains out of molehills comes from making assumptions. And trying to change others instead of seeing them as they are. Don't make the assumption that someone else needs to change in order for you to love them fully, or that they need to change if they loved you. Relinquish the need to change them. And I like the way that these cards came out. It came out this way in my eyes. Don't take anything personally. See other people as they are and relinquish the need to change them. That's how I heard it. See other people as they are and relinquish the need to change them. Don't take anything personally and don't make assumptions. And you see how this one is taking the rose-colored glasses off. Seeing people as they are in their imperfections, in their flaws. You see this yin-yang here in the background. That yin-yang is the balance of the feminine and masculine duality, of the non-physical and physical duality, of the light and the shadow duality, of the heaven and earth duality, or however they say heaven and hell duality, you could say. Earth being right in the middle. But the thing about the yin-yang duality is about integrating the light with the shadow. Integrating. Now this one doesn't have the full yin-yang integration, but if you know, the yin-yang is this light when on the light aspect, there's always a little bit of darkness. And in the dark aspect, there's always a little bit of lightness to tell us, this is to show us that it's okay to integrate the shadows with the light. It's okay to integrate the good with the bad, the beauty with the ugly. That's why every rose has its thorns. That's why I love the Persian proverb, he who wants the rose must respect the thorn. Because that is to say that in life there will always be contrast. There will always be conflict. There will always be something. But it's a matter of how we choose to move in that space of conflict or contrast or confusion is what makes the next step either moving in the direction of the conflict, moving in the direction of the lower frequency, the negative vibration, or we can choose to move one step closer in the direction of light, love. So, this is interesting here. We are in a Mercury retrograde now. Yesterday, Mercury went retrograde in the sign of Pisces. This is a time where we are meant to reflect. Retrogrades are about reflection. They're about reconsideration, re-evaluating, reviewing all the RE words: rest, restore, recover, reflect, so that you can reconcile all that you have been holding on to and unsure of. And if you're seeing this in a space of love, and that love can be however you see love to be. Love is the essence of who we are. But when we think of love, we might think of romantic partnership. We might think of our beloved family, children, parents, siblings, friends. We might think of it as a passion that we love. But in this space right now, if you are going through a reevaluating moment, space with your relationships, do your best to not take anything personally right now and to not make assumptions right now, because again, we are all in this Mercury retrograde. We are all in this Neptune and Saturn just moving into Pisces, ending 30 to 160 year cycles. And this could be cycles of generational traumas, ending cycles of illusion and distorted love. What we thought love was over the last 30 to 160 years is now coming to truth. That maybe we have been taught a false presumption about love, a codependent approach to love, a transactional formality of love, a conditional, controlling behavior of love, instead of the unconditional, compassionate, gracious, forgiving, patient, kind love. The one that always trusts, always hopes, always protects, always perseveres. The love that never fails, not the love that is jealous and rude and boasts and envies and is self seeking and keeps records of wrongs, not the love that delights in evil, but the love that rejoices with the truth. The truth. And it's a very vulnerable place to be in love. Why? Because you are letting all of you be seen. You are taking off your glasses, the rose-colored glasses of how we want to see others instead of truly seeing others, how we want to be seen instead of trying to show up with a mask that we have been taught that we have to put on in order to be loved. This is all what's coming and crashing down right now, not because there's something wrong with you, beloved, but because there's been something distorted, an illusion, out of alignment with your true, authentic self. You have been told that your true, authentic self had to be changed. You've been told that you have to change others from their true, authentic self in order to be acceptable, or in order for them to be acceptable. If they make you feel a certain way, if they are responsible for your happiness. But if they don't act the way that you want them to, then they don't love you. Instead of us taking responsibility for how we choose to allow ourselves to feel, regardless of what other people are doing. I hope you heard that. I know I did. Thank you, Spirit. And I'm hearing it more. I'm hearing it every day. I'm constantly trying to remember it because, again, remember when you're breaking generational cycles of trauma, of illusion, of distortion, it is not something that's going to just happen overnight. It is not something that you are just going to learn and then once you learn it, you just change and do it. No. Why? Because it's been instilled in our psyche, in our brain chemistry, in our survival for generations that this is the way, that was the way, that this is how you love. But love became a controlling mechanism, and we're breaking that. And in order to break and have this fiery climax approach, in order to break that cycle, adjustments are required. And what are the adjustments? To see other people as they are, to relinquish the need to change them, to see other people as they are and relinquish the need to change them, to not take anything personally, to not make assumptions, to allow vulnerability, the power of vulnerability to transform your relationships with yourself, with God, with your beloveds. It is not a weakness to be vulnerable. It is the strongest, bravest thing you can do. Why? Because you're walking into the wilderness, into the arena, onto the battlefield without any armor or weapons. And you don't know how your vulnerability, how your authenticity will be received. And for so long, let me just read this. For so long, we have been taught that our true, authentic nature was not acceptable. So, see other people as they are. Listen, when you see people as they are without taking it personally, you can never be hurt by what they say or do. This is really hard for us to feel as human beings who are persons, to not take things personally. But we are also more so spiritual beings. That's what conscious love means. That's what consciousness is recognizing that we are there is a witness, there is a space, there is an awareness between m- me